couple of weeks ago, we talked about the right way to use Botox. Now, let's talk about the bad guy. 800% increase the number of procedures on Botox on the face since the pandemic. Let me tell you where's the wrong place to put Botox and how that can lead to depression. Hi, my name is Susan Ibitz. I'm a human behavior hacker. Some people hack computers. I hack humans and I have fun doing it. And this is Human Behavior Dictionary, when we talk about the concept of web, words, emotions, and behaviors. And behaviors in this case has to do with the wrong way to do Botox. Botox going wrong. A couple of weeks ago, we talked that one part of your face, check the video below, can be even lubricate your relationship with others, because avoid RBF. Google it. Now, there's another side of the Botox that can lead to even depression. There are studies showing that people who have an excess amount of Botox done on the crossfit and the forehead, they do not give expressions. Actually, during the pandemic, we did a study reading emotions with masks with a 98% accuracy. And the studies came up later saying that 75% of the jurors were more accurate reading if somebody was deceiving an emotions when you were in a mask. Why? I would say, if you are well-trained, like we train people on the Human Behavior Dictionary, you can read the 7 micro expressions on the eyes. But if it's not on the street, you can read 6 of them on the eyes. If I put Botox in this line that, by the way, I do it when we go into jury and a trial, that I'm going to tell you later why. So if you put Botox here and here and here, not here, here and diagonal, you're going to eliminate the lifting of the eyebrows. Remember, we talk eyebrows are like flash, like, hi, how you doing? You use it to express emotions and to let know other people that is a correlation between your emotions and the words you says. So if I froze the part that is the blinking sign of what are my emotions, what I'm saying have a correlation, how my brain is going to interpret what you says. And I'm going to give an example. I'm socially awkward, like way socially awkward. How much? Let me tell you this. A friend of mine invited me, like, hey, I want to introduce a couple of friends that live in the area here in Indiana. Is a birthday? Like, oh, great. And I met this woman who worked in political consulting, says, great, this is my target. And I start talking with her, and like, after 20 minutes, I was like clueless. Says, she either is a psychopath narcissist or wait, she have too much Botox. So she didn't smile, she didn't express anything, and get to a point like, dude, are you either constipated or you have too much Botox in your face? I cannot read you. What the heck is wrong with your face? And suddenly my friend looked at me and says, you know, you say it. You didn't think it. You say it. And like, no, yes. The woman turned around, and since then, that happened around 4 months ago, she's still talking BS about me. Says it's damn rude. She's right. I shouldn't have said it. But the point is, I was trying to make a relationship, to establish a communication. We have so many things in common. We live on the same area, working in political consulting. Just happened that we work kind of, that's how much I can say, on the same area of field in a campaign. In that moment, and I suddenly, my mouth messed it up. Why? My brain was shooting dark, trying to read her. The same happened, by the way, she never talked to me again. The same way happened with kids. When you have too much Botox, men and women, has nothing to do, 800% of increase is a lot. And you says, I'm really mad with you. I'm really happy with your notes. I'm so happy that you get a goalie. I don't have expressions. If your kids don't see an expression, they don't know how to read you. Your kids read you the same way you read them. Another thing is, what I see is what I get. Since we are in this box, and probably most people is going to stay in this box, you see yourself all the time. And I can understand why exposing yourself can be overwhelmed, and you have the feeling to do too much Botox. even on the lips. Oh, see, lips, they didn't come with the factory. You did it. You need to go to the right place because you're going to look like a dog. So what happened is, if you don't see frowning, if you don't see the expression of smiling, your brain stops generating oxytocin. Oxytocin is that hormone that happens when you have sex, when somebody makes you smile, when somebody like a pose, when somebody you love hug you. And it can last in your body for 15 minutes. If you don't have that level of oxytocin at least 1 hour every 15 minutes, or you see something that makes you happy and you don't see the happiness in your face, you can take to get depressed. Actually, there are studies showing that people who overdo Botox on the CrossFit can get depressed. And that is a behavior who is gonna ruin the relationship with others because they don't know if you're constipated or you did too much Botox. Just an advice, is going to happen to you a lot. Just don't say, I'm a neurotypical, atypical. So that's one of the reasons I'm socially awkward, because sometimes I forget that my mouth open when my brain says don't to. So if you want to learn more about behavior and how things affect it, and you have this bunch of studies and studies-based units and face reading, linguistic, elicitation, body language, microexpression, and behavior, you can record live with us, or you just can see our grid. And by the way, we have office hours when we nerd words together and practice. I will love to see you. And by the way, we have a program called Be My Guest, where you can pick any recording or any of the next recording live. So go to the link below. If it's not the link below, write me an email and we're gonna get you as a guest so you can meet the other students. See you next week.